Hi there, everybody. It's me, the Library Lady, with you, bringing you another great book on What's the Story. Thanks so much for tuning in today. If you are new, welcome. This is a great place to find different kids' books and activities that you can do at home, or if you are working in a school environment with your learners. This is a channel where I love to post twice a week different books. And I am a mom, a former classroom teacher, and elementary school librarian, and I just love sharing books. We are all trying to survive 2020 right now, right? Whether you are doing remote learning, whether you're doing hybrid learning, whether you're doing in-person learning, whether you homeschool, whatever kind of learning you're doing, you may need some great books to read. And so as I filmed this today on the first day of fall, I thought, why not share a great fall book? So make sure you click subscribe. If you like the video, share with friends and family, or if you see a book that may be of interest to someone you know, definitely share it with them. So with no further ado, our book is Fall Mixed Up. And Fall Mixed Up is by Bob Raczka, and it was put out in 2011 by Carol Rhoda Books. And this is just a fun read. I'm actually making this on the first day of fall, September 21st. So perfect opportunity to go ahead and start checking your library or supporting your local bookstore with fall books. Things about leaves, pumpkins, holidays that we encounter in the fall. A great way to tie in what's happening in the world around you in terms of seasons. So let's take a look at the book. Every September, every October, fall fills my senses with scenes to remember. Apples turn orange and pumpkins turn red. Leaves float up into blue skies overhead. Bears gather nuts and geese hibernate. Squirrels fly south in the big figure eights. And I'll stop right there. As you can see, things are mixed up. Depending on the age and attentiveness of your learner, reader, or child, they'll start to notice some very strange things happening. So first off the bat, one thing to do is just to go through the book and find some of those things. For example, Septober, and also that apples don't turn orange, and finding those different things. So it can be a lot of fun. And also picking up on the rhyming words. We had pumpkins turn red, blue skies overhead. Again, for those younger readers, rhyming and writing patterns, excuse me, are so good. So fun to look and discover what's wrong and what's mixed up in the story. In terms of writing, a great opportunity is to do some writing about fall. If you need a sentence starter, you can always dot out some lines for your child. In the fall, I see, and let them draw a picture. If you have a little bit of an older child or learner, you can just give them the lines to write and draw about fall, or even make a fall story about it, what they want to. This actually came from my son's kindergarten teacher, so thank you so much for this great idea. It's just a leaf. Poems are great because they're short, simple, and kids usually like to kind of write about the things that they see, smell, taste, hear, and feel. It's a great way to tie in the five senses, which usually is a topic for those younger learners. So I did go ahead and dot the words for him, and then he traced them. And so it's a great opportunity to practice some handwriting and think about those sensory things about the fall season. So great opportunity to do that. In the spirit of mixed up, how great would it be to give your child some word cards and or pictures where they get to scramble up and mix up sentences, talking about what is a sentence, what does it look like, tying in a period, capital letter. If you have a younger one, just maybe 3 words. I like pumpkins. And again, if you write them on cards with a picture or the word or both, they could scramble them up and then kind of go and see what it says. Maybe it ends up saying pumpkin like I. And wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. It's all mixed up, and let them put it in the right order, or then put it in the order and then have them write it out. You can do a little bit longer. Maybe I like to eat pumpkin pie. For your older ones, let them scramble it up and then put it back in order. And so fun activity to do. If you want to get outside for a little bit, my last activity here is making a leaf person. You can go out and look for different things around nature, including sticks and things like that, and put together a little person. You can glue them down on paper as a collage and do a little art with that. Or if you want to tie in some math, you could do some comparing. You know, this leaf is bigger than this leaf. You can count. Maybe I found 5 yellow and 2 brown. 5 is greater than or more than 2. You can even talk about tally marks to count everything up, and even going ahead and graphing them depending on the age and ability of your child. So lots of things you can do. If you don't live in an area where leaves are changing and you don't have things like this around you, you can use whatever you can find out on your nature walk and still tie in kind of the idea of fall and what happens in a lot of places for fall, but use what you have in your own environment. So thanks so much for tuning in. Definitely click subscribe, and I will see you next time on What's the Story. Happy reading.